This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
How good is that?
Welcome to the podcast, guys. An honour to have you tuning in.
Thanks for having us in your ears.
Kate, 2 ears, 1 mouth. Less time talking, more time listening. Thanks very much.
Is that the follow-up to another video?
No. Extreme dating lies. That's what we're talking about.
Don't lie. You get off on a bad foot, don't you?
Yeah, you
And
should
then you've
never.
got to live up to some false hopes.
So many people on dates will tell a couple of lies trying to talk themselves up, especially if it's a first date. I used to do a lot of, oh my God, I've been so busy with all the charity work I've been doing lately.
No, you didn't.
And girls would go, oh my God, can I kiss you now or do we have to wait till dessert?
Yuck.
And then I would go, I am dessert, you saucy minx.
I mean, what charity is a woman? What charity is a woman giving to when she opens her mouth to you?
And then I would say, nice puppies. And she would say, what? And I would go, the ones that I rescued from a drain this afternoon as an emergency firefighter because I also volunteer for the service.
Shocked. That's why women find it so hard to find a good man these days, because of absolute creeps like
Kate
you.
has got her head in her
hear
hand.
it in the podcast.
I don't even know whether to be involved.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Really sad weekend, because even if you're not into racing, and if you got the bugle there, Jess, get into it. Even if you're not into racing, everyone in Australia knows Black Caviar, the horse. 25 starts, 25 wins, won $8 million in prize money. But Black Caviar passed away over the weekend.
Rest in peace, Black Caviar. Can you tell me how Black Caviar passed away?
Well, it's weird because there's so many things that can go wrong with horses.
Didn't break a leg, did it?
No, it was euthanised. It gave birth over the weekend to a foal, and they found out that it contracted a disease called laminitis, which is a disease of the foot that eventually prevents the horse from walking. So, it's like when a horse breaks their leg.
Yeah.
It can't heal, and they have to euthanise it.
So it gave birth, and then from the birth they realised what had happened. And is the foal okay, but Mum didn't make it?
It doesn't say about the foal in this story, but I would say that the foal would be okay.
Oh my God, how sad to think there's that passing of the baton.
Black Caviar was one of those horses that, and I loved horses like this, that other horses would go past it in the straight, and you could see these horses just look at it and go, what?
Oh my God,
no, I'm not going to let this horse go past me, and then hit the lead again. But yeah, these are the types of champions that we've had over the years that actually get people to go to the races.
Yeah, it did, didn't it? It united everybody.
It was unbelievable. Yeah, so Black Caviar, R.I.P. There you go.
Love to know if that foal is to be kept by the breeders or sold. I would assume there'd be a hefty price tag on Black Caviar's foal.
This is the thing. I told you about Mackay. Did we get... Yeah, was it Mackay Diva? Yeah, it was Mackay Diva. So Mackay Diva's first foal was a foal called Rock Stardom.
That's right.
Which is a great name, because Mackay Diva won 3 Melbourne Cups.
Yeah.
And I played footy with a mate who said to me, mate, I can get 1% of the horse.
Just a bit of a hoof.
Yeah, but it was quite expensive. He said, do you want to go quarters, 4 of us mates, into 1% of the horse?
So you were going to get 0.25.
I owned 0.25%. I owned 3 eyelashes of Rock Stardom.
Did you go in on it?
Yeah, I went in on it.
Awesome.
It couldn't even win out in the country.
Not so much Rock Stardom, more sort of school battle of the bands.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Let's talk dating, guys. Just fire off like romance music or something. This is an interesting one. Love, love, love's beautiful. I mean, to embrace somebody. Do you remember at the start of any relationship that sort of awkward moments of, is this the kiss? Do you go in? Do I go in? Maybe there's some hand-holding first, or the touching of a leg before you move in.
But you're not going to touch a leg before, mate.
Well, you might
I suppose
be.
you're in the
You might.
movies.
You might just put your hand
the
in.
leg.
Supporting role. And then
Lower
all
back.
of a
It's
sudden,
always the
lower
lower
back.
from the
What have they
back.
got, a corky or something?
No,
Do you
no,
need
no.
to rub the leg? Or?
No, it's not from a physio point of view. It's more just a
corky
sign
could
of
be a good
affection.
first advance.
What is that?
to
What do
knee
you
somebody
mean?
in the
That's a
thigh.
knee in the side of the leg.
You're just shocking
It's-
the muscle.
It's
No,
very painful.
That's not what I'm talking about. We
but
had
a sign of affection.
Yeah, you might not get another date after that.
We had a very formal singles party a while ago on the show, and we're looking to do another one, bigger and better.
Really?
Yeah, we're going to take over Luna Park, fill it full of singles, kiss, 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 bang, bang, bang. This is an interesting one, though, because what happens on dating apps a little bit is you get a few porky pies told.
No.
There's a couple of lies out there about what people really are. And 13, 24, 10, love to know the biggest lie that you've heard on your first date. What did they go with? What did they try and sell in to impress you, and then you found out that's not really them? What's happened here is women have been using AI to catch out blokes lying about their height.
Oh.
How does AI know your height though?
So if you've got up to 4 photos, right, and you take those photos and put them into ChatGPT, based on proportions and typical height ranges, it can give you a height within 1 inch.
No way.
That's the accuracy if you have up to 4 photos, 5 photos even better, 6 photos even more, and they will be able to predict within 1 inch that person's real height.
Oh, come on.
This
Can we-
article goes on to say I tested it on 10 family and friends, and that all estimates were with 1 inch of their real height.
But sometimes people only fib about that extra inch. I mean, that one extra inch can make all the difference.
Yeah, to a point. But if someone was, say, 5'5", you know, compared to what they might say they are at 6'1", when they walk in the door,
they
you're going to
can't
go...
say 6'1"
well,
when
you
you're
can.
5'5".
You can
What-
sell yourself in.
That's what Wippa does. Always says that he's 6 foot.
I'm
Nowhere
6
near
foot.
6
I'm
foot.
six-
Didn't you wear Cuban heels or
Doesn't matter,
something?
Kate.
Isn't there a story
it's-
about you wearing high
No.
heels?
Height doesn't matter at all. I mean, I don't know if you saw over the weekend, but soft launched Gavin Rubenstein, the real
I saw
estate
Gav on
agent,
Saturday.
soft launched his new girlfriend, and she was gorgeous. And I mean, he could be racing at Randwick this Saturday, but he doesn't. He sells houses, and you know what? It works. Girls love someone that they can step on.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Didn't know Gav was going to get a mention on the show this morning. But
Please.
yes, soft launch of Girlfriend Fitz. I did see that.
What was it? How soft was the launch?
It was on a boat, and it was a photo of the girl he was on the boat with. Soft girlfriend launch.
He's
for
in what's the
Gav.
TV show? Lux Listings,
Lux
isn't
Listings.
he?
Yeah, Gav's a weapon.
Oh, okay.
He is.
Yeah, he's a weapon.
He
Killing
sells
it.
some of the most expensive houses around New South Wales, Kate. This is the thing. And which is an unbelievable effort because no one can really see him. But he...
What do you mean? You're not allowed to make those jokes because you're
can't.
7
You're
foot.
too big, mate. So stop picking on the little guys. That's not fair.
How tall are you, Tommy?
I'm 183, so just six foot.
Just
Tommy and
six.
I are the same
I
height.
don't think you're 6 foot though, are
Tommy and
you?
I are the same height.
I love blokes who... My old man's 5'11" and a half,
Is he?
and it's killed him his whole
So
life.
what's that, Fitz? Is that
That
181?
He's half an inch off.
No, he'd be 182.
Yeah, I think he is, yeah.
If 183 is
he's
6.
half an inch off 6 foot, Kate, and his whole life, his mates have absolutely nailed him for it.
We want to know about extreme lies on dates. Amanda in Hawkesbury. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Amanda, what was the lie? What happened? What did you hear?
No, he was wearing blue contact lenses. He has brown eyes. He was wearing beautiful blue contact lenses.
What?
He has beautiful brown skin. And to see with blue eyes, that was amazing. That was all false.
But how? What did he think? How long could he keep up that charade for? Like how
Well, if he was
excruciating?
going to, he'd still have to because we've been married 23 years now.
So how far into the relationship did he take the contact lenses out?
Apparently, he went out to a nightclub afterwards, and the contact lenses were hurting him. So he put them in a bottle of water, and his mate drank it. So he couldn't wear them anymore.
I would have loved it if he'd didn't realise he'd taken one out. She had one blue eye, one brown eye. Amanda, great story.
Cherie in Camden. Cherie, you've had your fair
Morning.
share. You've had your fair share of liars over the year, haven't you, Cherie?
Oh, it's getting to the point of being ridiculous where my friends now want to check in because they find it hilarious and they're calling me Samantha Sex and the City because
Awesome.
I just have so many dud dates.
Cherie, can you let's
Come
start
on,
off
give
with
us
one of
one.
the best. What do you got?
Well, I had two. I went out with one guy, and he said he was my age. And as soon as I saw him, I knew he was a grandfather. and he said he could dance. And when we were chatting with text, I asked what he did for a living, and he said he was in real estate.
Yeah.
And that sort of matched the environment that I worked in.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I met him and sat down with him 5 minutes and said, you're not who you are. I said, you're definitely not my age. And I said, what do you do for a living? I said, you must be retired. He said, well, I do own property, so I wasn't lying. I do look after real estate.
Okay, it's property manager. And
Yeah.
but could he dance, Cherie?
Well, here's the thing. I like to always think, I spent 2 hours getting ready. I drove for an hour, and I was so, I won't swear,
Yeah.
annoyed,
Yeah.
teed off, that I sat there and looked at him and I said, well, can you dance? And he said, yes, I can. So I thought, well, let's not waste the night. Went downstairs, and let me tell you, he was like a ballroom dancer. He spun me around the dance floor. And I just made the most of the night and went home, and that was it.
Oh, was there a bit of a kiss on the night, Cherie?
Oh, God, no. No, thanks.
Oh, no, thanks.
I love how he said I'm into real estate. I'm big in real estate because he owns his own house.
Cherie, it's not fair, is it?
No, it's not. Good luck, Cherie.
luck, Cherie.
Maybe if we have another singles ball, we'll
Yeah.
have to get you there.
What did you want to say,
Oh,
Cherie?
thank you. I was just going to say one thing. I feel like that I should start a business because I'm giving my time to men. They're having a great night. They're getting to chat to a lovely lady, and then I go home and I think maybe I should start a business where I help these men how to give better profiles and how to interact with women. Because
I like
I'm
it,
making
Cherie.
their night. I'm making their night.
Yeah, and they're not making the effort.
Well, that's good that
Tommy-
you give yourself that kind of credit.
So you should. Can we hold on to Cherie's details for maybe a traffic dating?
Yeah, great idea.
Cherie, would you be open to meeting a guy on the radio?
If you can find me a guy with teeth, a guy with a little bit of hair,
Tough.
a guy that's my height, 5'7", not short, doesn't lie, and is my age, look, I will thank you forever.
You're asking a lot.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
the teeth
The
things
teeth
are
is an
real.
issue. Yeah,
That's-
we've just checked the
I
teeth.
mean, you are asking way too much, Cherie.
Well, you
Maybe you need to
obviously-
lower your standards.
Yep. Well, get away from an area then, Cherie.
Yes.
I don't mind bald men, but just teeth, maybe teeth.
Okay, we'll go for teeth over
that's
hair every day of the week. We will look after you, Cherie.
The Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
We're on. All right. It's time for 60-second starts. Kate Ritchie's I'm Still Standing. Now.
Discover your next Kia at Sydney City Kia, O'Riordan Street, Alexandria.
Kelly and Narrabeen, welcome to the show. You're in the running for the cash, and then also you've got a Kia Sportage SX Hybrid. You are in the running for a new car, Kel.
Oh, amazing. Thank you.
Kelly, did you watch the Logies last night?
Absolutely. I love the Logies.
How much fun?
What was your highlight, Kel? What was the highlight for you?
The John Farnham tribute I absolutely loved. And I also, sounds corny, but every year I like the in memorandum section.
Yeah, very
Oh,
powerful.
yeah, it is.
Of course.
You missed out again, Kate.
And
We've
Kate-
asked.
Yeah.
Kate looked amazing. That dress.
Lucky you got that in, Kel.
Yeah,
Yep.
thank you. Very well read out.
We worded you up
Oh,
before
it
you
wasn't
came
actually.
on.
That's just me.
Oh, that's
thank
lovely.
you, Kelly. I appreciate it. I'm going to feel really bad when I take the 200 off you.
I'm going to help Kelly out here because how would you correctly pronounce question number 2, Tom?
Amore.
Amore.
Amore?
Amore.
Or amore?
I would say amore, but that's just me.
Amore?
Okay.
Amore, isn't it? No.
Depends if it's got a little
That's
thing on it.
Amore. It
Isn't
does have an
that's
omelette.
amore.
It's not an omelette. What
That's
do you call
the
that
song,
thing?
is it?
Well, why don't we jump into it and see what happens?
Yeah, we'll
take either of those.
I think it means love.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Because we're way behind the clock, aren't we, Tom? So we better get on to this. Kelly, you're our guest. You're going first. If you have the pair at the end of 60 seconds, $200 will be yours. Here we go. Your 60 seconds starts now. Give me a brand of toothpaste, Kelly.
McLean.
Yep. Amore is Italian for what? That's amore.
Oh,
Too long, sorry.
Too long, it's love. Let's go to Kate. What iconic racehorse died over the weekend?
Black caviar.
Yes. What type of fish is Nemo?
The clownfish.
Yes. Who won the gold Logie last night?
Larry.
Yep. Who did the Wallabies lose to on the weekend?
I don't know.
Too long, the Springboks. Over to Kelly. Kelly, which company used to have their name across the Sydney Tower Eye? Shopping centre.
Oh, my goodness. Stockland.
No, Westfield. Over to Kate. What does it mean if someone is demure? Demure?
Demure. Like kind of shy.
Shy is correct. Lady Gaga has just teamed up with which singer for a new song?
Bruno Mars.
Yep. Hanoi is the capital of where?
Doesn't matter.
Whoa.
Kelly, I'm sorry.
Kelly, you were so nice to me as well.
Oh, that's all right. I play along every morning. I'm in the car, so,
good.
It's much harder when you're in it.
Tell me about it.
Kelly, call back and have another crack, okay? But you're still in the running for that brand new car.
Oh, thank you so much, guys.
What was your highlight from the Logies, Phil?
No, we've done that bit.
Oh, we've already done that.
already done.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you can. If she calls back,
Thanks,
we can
Kelly.
ask her again tomorrow.
Just mention Kate's dress and we'll move on.
Yes.
Thanks, Kelly.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
This is an exciting morning, guys. Sydney Metro opens today. 200,000 people expected to jump on the brand new train line. It does up to 100 k's an hour. And am I right by saying there's no driver, Tommy? We have no conductor.
Yeah, driverless by all reports.
That's
You got to back
Do you know
it
what
in.
I was at Barangaroo over the weekend, just at that new train stop.
Oh,
that
you
is
love it there.
that whole. I love it.
That's
I
you
just
all
went,
over.
I jumped into the harbour. I went for a swim, Kate.
No, you
believe
did
it.
not.
I did. There's a little netted area now that you can go for a swim around Barangaroo, and it was magnificent.
Really?
Yeah, it was beautiful.
I don't know if I'll be doing that anytime soon.
Freshwater pool.
Is the Metro open earlier now than we originally thought? Remember we had the Premier in, and the way they were talking about it with some security checks and safety checks, that it was months away.
Yeah, well, they got it through. Well, guess what? We've got a bit of a transport geek and train expert. Bamboo is on the line now. Good morning, Bamboo.
Hey, happy to be here.
Oh, Bamboo, give us the highlights. What are the dot points? We're celebrating the Sydney Metro this morning. Talk us through it.
Look, as a transport geek, on behalf of all my fellow transport enthusiasts, Christmas has come early.
Right.
I was on the first train up to Tallawong. I got on at Martin Place. It was packed. Like, I've never seen a 5 a.m. train look like peak hour before in my life.
Really?
Incredible.
Wow.
But can I just tell the most wholesome part that I found? There was a group of workers there from MTR Australia. So it's the Metro in Hong Kong. And they built and now operate the Metro here. And there were just a group of workers there who were so happy. Every time they get to a station, they would all cheer as the doors would open. And then they'd all go to take a selfie. But here's the thing, because it's so fast and efficient, the doors would open, they would close, it would start moving, and then they would almost fall over.
Awesome.
So efficient.
Yeah, the clap would stop instantly because they had to hold onto a pole.
Because Bamboo, we spoke about this last week, but apparently, because this is a huge industry, there's so many people that love trains out there. Is it true that there was some train geeks that sort of came from overseas for the opening and were really disappointed because it was pushed back?
Yeah, there was some who came in, from what I read, they had planned to come in for other reasons, but, you know, it just got changed to 2 weeks later. But we didn't know exactly when it would happen. But the news only came through, I think, on Thursday of last week that it was ready to go. Was it going to open on Sunday? Was it going to open on Monday? Will it be next weekend?
What a moment.
But it's now open. I am on a train at the moment, just about to arrive to Chatswood, heading back in, and it'll go underground and then go under the city.
Oh, my God. Bamboo, would you describe this thing as sexy?
Look, I'm probably not going to go that far.
Okay.
It's very much functional and useful. I don't know what you blokes are up to in your free time.
Probably not on
very-
that. Yeah, I would suspect Bambull's life is a little bit like the staff at the bomb fits. You might suggest at the Bureau of Meteorology.
Bureau of Meteorology, yeah.
Where if there's a wild storm or the launch of a brand new train, they are fizzing at the dinghole.
Yeah, can I just quickly ask you, Bambull, which carriage do you go on? Like, where do you like to sit?
If there's few people on, absolutely on the front. Like I heard you all mention earlier, it is driverless, which means there's a window at the front.
Yeah,
And so you get to see everything
First
from
class.
the front. But if it's a little bit busy, you can go to the back and no one ever stands at the back and you can get a great view of where you've just been.
Yeah, okay.
And it's very different to the other trains that we get. It's the only one in Australia.
Wow. Bambull, where is the best train in the world?
I do like the Paris and London system.
Interesting.
Paris is always in the centre of Paris. You're never more than about 400 metres away from a metro station.
Really
And
interesting.
that just makes it incredible.
What's the fastest you've been on, Bambull? Are you the Japanese, the high-speed trains?
I'd love to go on one day, but I only ever sort of transited through Japan, but it's on my bucket list to go on a high-speed train. But it'll probably have to be in another country. I don't expect it to happen here in my lifetime.
Talk dirty to me, Bambull. Carriage number 3, you know what I mean?
I love it. I love it.
Hey, Bambull, I once did take the train from Sydney to Melbourne. I booked the first-class cabin. It had a squeaky wheel and left at 6 p.m. out of Melbourne, and I arrived in sort of Campbelltown area around 6 a.m.
Wow.
Great trip, Bambull. Never to be done again.
Boring.
Yeah.
Boring.
Terrible trip.
Bambull, thank you so much for your time. Enjoy your ride on the metro today.
All right, absolutely will. Enjoy.
Thank you, mate.
See you, mate.
Yeah, what a day.
Exciting. How exciting for 200,000 Sydney-siders.
I wonder if anyone's made love to a train before. I wonder if you could do that.
I think they would have or on.
Trying to picture how you do it.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
The lines are open. There is so much going on this morning. What is happening in your world? 132410, get involved this morning.
Yeah, I would love to hear. What were your thoughts on the Logies last night? It makes it so much better when you have someone like Payne kicking it off, don't you?
Killed it again.
I mean,
Absolutely killed it.
You look forward to it. And the bloke works for Channel 7, but absolutely offloaded it on Channel 7.
It's good, wasn't it? A couple of Bruce Lerman jokes.
Oh, it was so good. Vanessa in Strathfield, what do you want to talk about, Ness?
I was just wondering, I thought Kate was the best dressed. I loved her dress. I thought it was really elegant and beautiful. I thought overall, the people, everybody was just really good. I was really excited to come and watch it and look at everyone's outfits and kind of share that moment with my family.
Yeah, Vanessa, it was a good show, wasn't it? Tommy, do we know the designer of Kate's dress, as that mentioned in the paper this morning?
Yes. I have to look that up because I don't want to mispronounce it.
Is it?
So I'll let you know.
Do you know what? It's very hard to pull off a nude dress. Tom's got a nude suit on today, which is
it's not a suit.
Which
it's actually, I can see it from close up. It's not a suit. It's he just hasn't got anything on.
Oh, guys, it's a Monday and the metro's opening. You know
what I
want
mean?
to celebrate.
Nude up for the metro.
But it is tough. It's a tough colour to pull off. That's the thing. Nude.
Yeah. And she nailed it.
Well, she looked unbelievable. She sent us a photo yesterday, and everybody. It was amazing. Maz has given us a call from the Southern Highlands. What do you want to? Do you want to talk about the Logies, Maz?
I do. I just wanted to absolutely say Kate was hands down the best dressed, absolute class, and stole the show with Raymar last night. And I thought the best speech went to Rebecca Gibney's son when she was inducted into the Hall of Fame. That brought, I think, tears to everybody in the room. But what a proud moment for him.
I missed that moment, Maz. That would have been beautiful to see.
Actually, do you know what? Seeing Rebecca Gibney up there, Hall of Fame, and an amazing career, you'd have to think, Maz, that Kate wouldn't be too far off a Hall of Fame nomination, would you?
Hang on a minute. I mean, there's a good 20
Kate
years.
and I are the same age, so I wouldn't know. I wouldn't say she's too close yet. She's got many years ahead.
So, Maz, you're 39 as well, are you?
Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
25.
25, sorry. We're dropping. Confirmation on the dress here or for you, Maz, too, the dress
Kate
maker.
just texts me.
Sports girl?
Leah de Gloria.
Oh, Leah de Gloria.
Yeah.
She is my favourite.
Or the whole de Gloria family just makes
G-L-O-R-I-A
and wonderful genes too. Absolutely, guys. They've all got it. That's so good.
It's amazing.
I'll tell you who
really
loves what Kate was wearing. It was Jared from Parramatta. What did you want to say, Jagbag?
Yeah, good morning, gents. How are we?
Good, mate.
Good.
Thoughts this morning?
I just, I did see a photo. She looked great last night. Katie looked great.
Kate.
I did have a bit of sorry, Kate, yes. No, I did have just a story, though. It was about 7 years ago. I was driving to work and always tried to get into the illustrious, the 6 o'clock club.
Yeah, of course.
And I was confronted by a bit of an issue on the way to work and decided I finally got through it rain. And I was like, do I stop? Do I not stop? Anyway, I stopped, and from stopping, ended up running into a house fire to pull someone out. And then from that, just got awarded a bravery award.
You're kidding me.
No, from the Governor General.
Oh, my God.
Congratulations. Well, I mean, I always wanted to know. I mean, a lot of people say that anyone would have done it in that situation, Jared, but when you receive the award, is it quite emotional? Like, how do you feel about it?
Yeah, look, it was 7 years ago, and I'd sort of tried to put it in the back of my mind from then, but definitely everything that comes with it. Like, you had, radio stations even calling to talk to you, newspapers, so it's a bit overwhelming, all of it.
Yeah.
Jared, can you talk us through what you did? So you pulled up and you saw a house on fire?
No, there was a lady standing on the road, and she sort of waved me down, and like I said, I just got through the phone. It rang to get through and over, and I was like, oh, no.
Yeah, better pull over. So, we've saved someone, yeah.
Well, no, then she was standing there. I said, oh, you're right. And she's like, my house on fire. So it is. I said, at least you're out and you're safe. And she said, yeah, but my dad's stuck inside. And I was like, oh, no.
Oh, my God.
So just didn't think sort of about it, and I went, and we both got out, which was good.
Yeah.
But we both ended up in hospital.
Did you hear his voice, Jared, or did you go into the room and just happen to find him?
No, I think he was in there himself. I think he had tried to sort of contain it the best he could.
Right.
And then it just sort of blew up in both of their faces. So,
oh, my God. Jared, what was the damage to yourself, mate?
I ended up in hospital, sedated, had to get tubes and all that in, but yeah, both of us were all right in the end. I think he was in there a bit longer than...
Jared, you are a hero, mate. That's extraordinary.
Jared, let me get this right. You are ringing us to get a 6 o'clock club member keyring. Is that what you're trying to do? You still want that keyring, Jared? Or
it'd be fantastic.
I mean, I think we can do better than that, can't we, Tom?
Tommy, there would have to be one hanging around somewhere.
Yeah,
like we haven't had the 6 o'clock club for a very long time.
Yeah, I've got a few.
Jared could have mine, Tom.
No. I've got a few left, and Jared, you'll get special number 2,000 on the keyring.
Oh,
wow.
Jared.
There you go.
Jared.
There you go.
Thank you.
We had to stop giving them away, Jared. But I think a couple of kids swallowed them, and they break regularly. And
they're not great, Jared.
Very flammable as well. We didn't know about when we got up from China.
They start house fires. Jared, Tommy, something else for Jared.
The bridge. Why don't we do the bridge climb?
Bang,
yeah.
You've got a bridge climb as well, Jared.
Oh, thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
No, thank you on behalf of New South Wales and Australia on a whole, mate. You're a hero.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
You've done it for the nation. We applaud you.
Do you know what? It's just quickly before you go, Jared, have you ever used it before to pick up? I mean, it's not a bad thing to use.
Well, I'm married with 4 kids, so...
Okay. Sorry.
Not for the radio.
Like I said, Jared, have you ever used... No, it's only you are
Jared,
married.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
No worries. We've got double passes to the Sydney Bridge climb all week this week. Get $100 cash back when you climb the iconic Sydney Harbour Bridge until September. T's and C's apply. Book now at bridgeclimb.com.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
I love a good analogy.
Oh, yeah.
Or a metaphor or a figure of speech. Something as simple as, that Wippa's got the attention span of a moth at a fireworks parade.
Oh yeah,
something
okay.
like that.
I like describe. I don't describe people like this ever, but I do like the saying that they're about as exciting as a boiled egg.
Yeah.
That's a
Boiled
good
egg
one.
does nothing.
I'd love for you to add an analogy or a metaphor or something that's, that your friendship group is saying at the moment, 13, 24, 10. This is an older one, but I didn't mind it. This is from a rugby union player, Brian O'Driscoll. He's from Ireland, legendary centre, and England's iconic captain Martin Johnson. Geez, we had some tussles with Martin Johnson back in the day over the World Cups in rugby. But he was describing Martin Johnson, one of the greatest players of all time. Have a listen to his analogy.
Knowledge is knowing that a tomato is a fruit. Wisdom is knowing not to put it in a fruit salad.
I thought that was really good.
What is it again? Knowledge is knowing
that tomato is a fruit.
Yep.
Wisdom is knowing, not putting it in a fruit salad.
Oh.
So
He made them all laugh, didn't he?
He did. And is an analogy the same as, when you go, he's as busy as a Baghdad bricklayer?
Well, that could be, that's more of a metaphor or a figure of speech, isn't it? But if you've got one 13, 24, 10, actually, there's a legendary high school gridiron coach over in the States. His name's Bob Wood. And the reporters love him because at every press conference, Bob gives them something like this.
Our football team was like the kid that plays second French horn in the school band. We got to play better. Hey, and that's a double-edged sword, It's kind of like watching your mother-in-law go off a cliff in a Cadillac. You got mixed feelings. First of all, they got after it hard. I'm telling you, they were like a hobo on a ham sandwich. They were going hard. We're kind of like a woodpecker in a petrified forest. Just keep busy and look for opportunities. I got a short memory, just like when I was in the 3rd grade. 2 of the best years of my life. I don't like that bottled water. I like that butte water. You get to eat and drink at the same time. Some aspects look like we're really ready to play. A couple other aspects look like we just got off Willie Nelson's tour bus.
Do you know what my dad says, which it doesn't sit well with me because it's coming from my dad? If your footy team's playing and they just get over the line, but it's an ugly game of footy, he'll say it's like sleeping with your cousin.
Oh, I've never really associated footy with sleeping with your cousin.
Because the idea is that you still got there, but it just wasn't great.
How many cousins has John slept with?
I'm not saying it's an analogy.
How would he know?
Second cousins?
No,
Third
I'm just
cousins?
saying it's an analogy.
You can marry your cousin, can't you?
Not really. Linda in Macquarie Park. Welcome to the show, Linda.
Moving right along.
Jump
Good
in.
morning, guys.
Jump in.
On the footy team, the honey badger, some of the greatest sayings.
Yep.
Sweating like a bag of cats at a greyhound meet. Sweating like a gypsy with a mortgage. I mean, they would just roll off his tongue when he was playing.
Right, I
awesome.
forgot about him.
Yeah.
He's gone a bit quiet. I think he's become a dad now, the honey badger. We haven't seen him for a while, but geez, when he hit the scene, Linda, he was just
he was all over it,
wasn't he?
Fire.
Yeah, all over
He
it
was
like
so good.
The Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Can I give you 4 years? I won't give you 4 years. I'll give you 4 words that will light up any kid's face when you say it's dinner time. The words, all you can eat.
So eat it. I don't care if you're full, just eat it.
Look, we all understand since the pandemic, here in Australia, all you can eat, it's died off quite a bit, hasn't it? But, restaurants like Sizzler, Pizza Hut back in the day, when Mum and Dad said, we're going somewhere and it's all you can eat, oh my gosh, just the excitement that you would have.
Your mind ran to the dessert bar, didn't it?
I thought you might be thinking that.
Yeah, the
you
dessert
mean like
bar.
the ice cream in the machine?
Yeah, we went to the last Sizzler in Campbelltown.
Did you?
Yeah, didn't we, Fitz?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, the
That
last
was the one
remainder
I used to go to.
was shutting down. I mean, the lettuce was brown and everything. It was all rotten. But, we got in there and we got a free pair of socks.
Did you have the cheesy bread?
Yeah, the cheesy bread. What a great day that was.
Police have been called to an Applebee's restaurant in Indiana, over in the States. When officers arrived on the scene, they were met outside by multiple adults, including a woman who said that she'd been involved with a verbal altercation with the Applebee's manager. She was arrested. The group was under the impression that if one person at the table ordered the all-you-can-eat deal, it was good for the entire team.
Oh, well, come on, guys.
Come on. How big were these units too? Because I tell you what, there's some spots in America where you think, do you do nothing but eat? Your size is like nothing we've ever seen.
Oh, if there is a country that should be awarded number one for eating it, it's America. You've got to give it. And if anyone's been to America, you can understand why. I mean, you can't drive 100 metres down a road without seeing a takeaway joint. It's crazy.
Their ability to consume is like nothing else.
I mean, they are upsizing everything.
Oh, my God. So what? This one woman paid her amount and then just assumed the rest of the family could rip into it as well. Is that right?
And do you know what? Because my old man used to do this sometimes with Pizza Hut, where he would say to me, you stay in the car, I'll get mum and your sister in first, and then you can just sneak in afterwards.
Right.
Oh.
Dad used to do that at Pizza Hut, and I can understand.
I still do that. I do that with Francesca, and I go, well, if I'm carrying her, that's not a seat. She needs one when we get there, but I even do it with movie tickets.
Are you serious? That's thieving.
No, but then they go, hang on a minute. Dodgy. What? There's 5 of you and 4 tickets, and I go, she's on my lap, mate.
But her eyes are still seeing the film.
Yeah, she's 18 now.
Well,
still carrying her in.
Can you argue this then? Can you do this? Can you say, I'm here for all you can eat, Applebee's, you guys, amazing restaurant, this is awesome, my family's here, but the kids have already eaten, that's fine. But can you then go and load up on your plate, Kate, and your kids can nitpick at your plate? You can get away with that at an all you can eat restaurant, can't you?
I think you're in the wrong restaurant. If the kids have already eaten, I think you're just...
It's up there with Ricky Gervais in Afterlife when he's there with a kid and he wants to order something from the kids' menu. And he's saying, it's a kids' menu, it's just a smaller portion. So can I have the kids' spaghetti, please? And they go, no, you need to order the entree or the spaghetti. No, I want the kids' one because it's cheaper, but it's the same thing. It's a smaller portion. I'm paying for a smaller portion. So he orders the kids' spaghetti for the other kid, for the kid at the table, and then he just starts stuffing his face in front of the ladies had the argument with.
Tommy, what's the restaurant we go to in Santa Monica? Giorgio Baldi's?
Where Rihanna goes quite often.
That's the only reason we went there, Kate, because Rihanna went there.
Okay.
And Tom was like, we've got to go there. It looks amazing.
And why is it so amazing?
Okay, so there's this sweet corn and truffle ravioli.
Oh,
right?
my God.
And it's only an entree serve. And they brought it out, and Wippa had one ravioli and said to the bloke, how can I change this into a main course? Like how can you go and get more? How many entrees do you have to bring out so this is a main course for me?
Yep. I can't be any clearer. What I just tried was fantastic. How do I get heaps more of it? Like where do I order the heaps platter of the sample size you gave me?
How many did you order?
I don't know, 25.
It was I think it was 11 o'clock at night. They'd shut at 10:30 and he was still ordering more of the entree.
Keep them coming.
Didn't regret it for a second.
Fitzy Wippa with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, download the Nova Player via the App Store or Google Play.
The Nova Player.